Hello. Um, Waiting for the usual sound check. Sound check. Okay. So we can start. As I promised, I wrote something to answer to all the friends that are following these videos and who are concerned about the problems that might arise spreading the Tit Sin Kuen in public, as I am doing with these videos. So I already wrote an article that you find on my blog. This is onemoreblog.org, where I explain why I decided to spread what I had back in the days from Master Chan Hon Chung. But this morning I wrote a brief text to explain why I am not concerned to spread it for a couple of situations that the friends have pointed out. So I just read what I wrote because I want it to be very clear. In no way I want to blame the other people. In no way I want to say anything bad or negative about about our home style brothers of all the different schools. And what I'm saying is just a matter of fact. Is just the situation, and this situation brought me to the decision which I've already said, to spread this. But I want to Master Chan Hon Chung's Tit Sin Kuen could end up in hands that are technically inadequate, or, as another friend wrote, unworthy. My answer is simple: is no, I'm not worried, and I explain why. So let's start from the first question: the technically inadequate practitioner. An example: those who still must complete the set that precedes the Tit Sin Kuen might decide to get into the Tit Sin Kuen just taking from the videos. Well, as I said several times in the videos, I think that is not possible to learn a Tit Sin Kuen from YouTube. However, the video explicit might be clear and whatever. I try to explain as much as I can because I want to really to share. I don't want to make secrets and stuff. But in spite of this, I don't think that it is possible to learn just from these videos. I think it would be a great mistake. So the presence of a teacher is essential to be able to grasp the subtle yet important aspects of the action that are not easy to feel and put into practice from a video. I refer, for example, to the bridges, just low or big, that I often mention, but also the concept of expansion, to the sound, or to the complexity of harmonizing the body during the translation. You know what I constantly mention, the waist. So this is about the people that are not up to the standards required. For the unworthy ends, that's a bad word, but I didn't find a better one. We must remember that Hung Kuen is widely practiced in the south of China, but with a very few exceptions, it does not reach the West. So the Chinese Hung style does not reach the West. It's there in China. So there's a few exceptions of people going to the southern China to learn it, to discover and hidden teachers. But there are small schools. There's nothing clear about that. I mean, it's still old style. So almost all Hung Kuen that we Westerners know comes from Hong Kong, in particular from two lineages, Chan and Lam, the two families, the two ways of practicing. So the Lam family is very well organized, is authoritative, is very serious, is good, but it has its close community and which where there's degrees, teachers, and stuff. So you access the Lam family, and yours. Tit Sin Kuen is different in many ways from the Tit Sin Kuen that Chan Hon Chung taught. Different. I don't say better or worse. Different. On the other hand, I have no knowledge of any other living people who received Tit Sin Kuen from Chan Hon Chung besides my elder brother Cheung Yee Keung. No Hung Kuen teacher who does not claim to know the Tit Sin Kuen. So we must understand the rules of marketing. They impose some, tearing on tradition, going to take the form here and there, patching it together. There's nothing wrong. Nothing wrong. I mean, if a teacher is a good teacher, it surely can teach good style, good form, in spite of the fact that it patched it, taking the pieces here and there. The only problem, the only issues is the risk of contamination that I see. I see movies on YouTube of teachers that are in some way connected to my lineage that show movements that were not what Chan Hon Chung taught. So this is for this reason. I hope that those teachers, that especially those that are close to my lineage, can use these videos that I put on to bring what they are already doing, what they patched, what they found around in their research, closer to what Chan Hon Chung really taught, because this would be to the benefit of the future practitioners of the Hong style, who could actually learn something that is as close as possible to what Master Chan Hon Chung taught. No other intention than trying to preserve the real thing as pure as possible. Okay? So, I see people, and today I want to go back to what we have seen until now and try to rethink about it and try to repeat it. We can do it together if you learn it, if you're up to the standards, or you just can follow to understand the deep concepts. And I saw on a video start a movement, as he said, the movement starting from the legs. And it's not so. I mean, this is not Chinese Kung Fu. This is physiology of the movement. When the first thing we do when we start running or walking or whatever is moving our center of gravity and move it forward. So our legs follow. That's natural. That's the human being, but also the animals, everybody. So this is it. Another friend wrote me about the differences between the beginning of the salute and the beginning of Gong Chi Fo Fo Kuen and Sapien Kuen and Tit Sin Kuen. And I say again that I covered this at the beginning, one of the first videos. They are all three different. So the salute of Gong Chi Fo Fo Kuen as also the step, and Ding goes in Ding Chima and come back. We've seen it various times to understand the idea of the movements and the space, while Sapien Kuen and Tit Sin Kuen as a standing salute. Okay, but then back in the days, the Sapien Kuen did not have what a lot of people are putting in it now. So the first, the frontal, the beginning of Tit Sin Kuen, the frontal part, I call it the section 3, and no, sorry, the section 2, and as just the this part, which is not included in the Tit Sin. So I see that a lot of people mix it together. I want to be clear on that, so I show it. So the Gong Chi Fo Fo, right? Does this. Okay, the Sapien Kuen and Tit Sin Kuen have this. Okay. Okay, but after this, the Sapien Kuen goes like this. Oh, right, right. The other side, and then blah blah. Okay, while the Tit Sin as the second section that we will see, because we're gonna do it together. All together from the beginning. I will not put much effort in it now, because I might decide to say something while I'm doing it. So just don't. Otherwise, I have no air. Because if I do it properly, I really totally empty my lungs when at the end of each action, and I totally feel it just after every action. So it's very difficult to talk. Okay, so I'll take it easy. As usual, please remember to get into a good position. Feel your waist. And when you feel ready, hey. Master Chan Hon Chung was very clear about this thing of compressing, because you have to help. You're not pushing with the upper torso. You're just pushing everything down. You know, it's just, and the arms that go down help to reach a point where you have the smallest possible volume into your lungs. Okay, they're compressed. Here, a male of another person, I use just one breathing. So it's in, out. Okay, so. Remember now, it's 1, 2, 3. Look the rhythm. 1, 2, 3. You don't put your waist on the heel when you're opening. Right hand below the first time. At the end, when we'll see the end of the scene, we'll have the spark and we'll have the left hand below. So, oh, right, wow, oh, right, again, with the right hand below. Please, you look left and right, and then front. So it's going down, you go with the eyes go bam, bam. The slight movement of the head, the eyes move more than the head. Okay? Go up to this to see your enemy, bam! And you go in. That's it. Third section. Listen. Hey! Remember, the eyes always come first. Then the head. And there. Here. Hey. Oh. Hey. Left hand below. Right hand, no right hand, nothing, because we are moving the leg. So go there. Hey. Remember, at the end of the NG sound, you are empty, you relax, and again you're full. Okay. Sit. Hey. right hand below. Mm. When you come back from the stances, from the translation, don't feel ashamed to adjust. Little adjustments of the feet, of the waist, of your spine are just fine. The important thing is that you feel comfortable, strong, active, elastic. And this is all about. If you feel a leg that is not properly set, just don't feel ashamed to move it. I see that from time to time I move my waist to get into the stance, okay? We go this direction, left hand below. So our the fourth part of what we just finished. Oh! Remember? Hey! Hey! Oh! Hey! Ba! Oh! Hey! Da! Oh! Hey! Hey! Oh! Hey! Ba! Oh! Hey! Ta! What will come next will be the fifth part with 45 degrees translations. So we'll have to do our unicorn step, and this will be interesting because is again the translation is starts from your waist. And so you want to practice the unicorn step. Please do not stomp your foot. As I see, that's just waste of energy, waste of balance, waste of everything. The unicorn step is light and active, okay? Always on the toes, okay? Do not get stuck there, as I see, and I heard horrible things like put your knees into the other knees, and what the fuck are you doing? What the hell are you doing here? I mean, if you have, there is an opponent, somebody that's attacking, you were going here. And it's just, or the other idea is that you're receiving an attack from here and you're going there and you're ready, okay? But if you're receiving an attack and you're going bang, and that's a punch in your face, or a sweep on your legs or whatever, kick on your knees, and it just breaks your knee, okay? So please Do not waste your movements. Do not waste your energy. Do not waste your time in doing things that are good looking or good look. If you think they look good. No, the unicorn is really light, is fun. You know, and then again on the other side. Ready for your translations. Use circular movements and do not leave one of your hips behind. The hips are always loaded, okay? So if you are going there because something is happening here, your hip points there, okay? So I think that we covered a lot of stuff today. I think that you have some stuff, good stuff you can work on. And wait, there is a little, okay, no, it's not about this. I thought there was a message. Please consider always those wonderful time that I had in Hong Kong with that wonderful man that was Master Chan Hon Chung, and the wonderful friends that I had and I still have there, and all of them, and si-hing and Cheung Yee Keung and Kompui Wai and Leon Folk, you know, that's some nice stories. For instance, now everybody admires Master Leon Folk, the best, the really very best Sifu of lion dance in the universe, and I am very proud that I gave him the name Mr. Lion. And when we talk and when I talk with the other brothers, is Mr. Lion, and nobody knows that Cheung Yee Keung also now is Keung Gor, Master Sifu Cheung Yee Keung has an English name that he never uses because it's really Chinese that I gave him, and it's Victor. So it's Victor Cheung, and I found Victor from Victory. So I found him. I find that all the Chinese, you know, can choose their European Western name, and so there are a lot of stories. Back in the days, Kompui Wai had an English name, was Kerry, but Hawaii for us was Hawaii, and now it's Chairman Wai, and they're all good friends, and we were buddies, and we had a lot of good times, and I wish you could try how wonderful was the Kung Fu gym of Master Chan Hon Chung back in the days. Unfortunately, those times are gone, but that's the good part is that I was so lucky to enjoy them. The bad part is that's so far away, so I'm getting old and the time's gone. But this is great, and so I am happy to share it with you. And have fun, take care, stay home, wash your hands. Let's get out of this nasty epidemic, and see you tomorrow with the next part. Okay? Bye-bye to everybody. Ciao to everybody.